It's gonna be good stuff. But here we go. Gonna be watching Necro out of the gate, getting a spawn on Rockets and Mega, making his way over towards LG immediately, kind of handing that red armor off to Hoyt, who's gonna have his access to a rail pretty soon, as well as a little bit of extra armor. But it's gonna be slowdown weave coming out, and Necro's just playing the 50 health platform like it's his domain, making sure that any way Hoyt wants to go is gonna be a bad idea. And Hoyt doesn't even want to play that game. Yeah, he's like, I'm not doing it. So yeah, it's not a rail here, it's actually the Weibo, which is a fast projectile, but a projectile nonetheless. Built-in latency.
And getting a little bit of an insider tip that Necro and Hoyt, this should be a very close game. In fact, both of these players, either one could be the favorite to win this tournament. They both have extremely high win rates so far in the game. We're hearing this straight from the Good studio directly. So thanks for that little insider tip, guys.
All right, so Necro coming back in with red armor, and they've hardly done any damage to each other. There's a little bit of a bow shot to open things up. Necro is getting his own in, looking for more. Ooh, and it's going to be a solid hit as Hoyt's down here by the Mega, which is about to spawn. I'm sure it's going to get spammed off, but Necro's here to take it. A little bit of a slow weave clipping through the floor in order to keep Hoyt from putting too much pressure on the blue armor. But Necro's on the chase now. He's tightening the noose. Armor's broken. And Necro is going to be opening the gates here with the first frag.
All right, Necro with a big advantage. Hoyt on the back foot. It will be plus forwarding, and this should be an easy frag for Necro. We saw him earlier today in an incredibly dominant match versus Kovac, and it looks like Necro could very well be one of the favorites to win this tournament at this point, Jahar.
I'm sure Death Row doesn't want to hear that right now, but Necro still looking really good, really sharp. It's been some tough fights, but he's gone in for the kill at a, fiscally responsible time. Taking away a little bit more red armor here before taking up top map. Catching Hoyt there, or who caught whom, as Hoyt just bamfed him off with a little bit of a rocket. Nice attempt on the hit, and yeah, that's a nasty corner to be stuck on. But Hoyt's just going full bore on this attack. Necro's got a little bit of health and armor to work with. But Hoyt's backing up. But backing up towards what? There's not a whole lot to recover on here. There's a little bit of health, tiny bit of armor, but it's still going to give Necro control of the red.
Red armor to Necro. Now Hoyt is on the back foot. Actually, Hoyt able to get that mega health as well. So both players incredibly stacked going into this next fight. And, it's actually a super aggressive play here by Hoyt. He does have the stack advantage still. There is a nice crossbow that's going to hit him in the ass, but still looking to fight for this next armor.
Red armor will come up, and yep. Necro's pretty much daring Hoyt to show up and try to do some damage on it. It's not going to happen. Hoyt's still back off. He's got a little bit of that Mega left to work with, but it's riding away. He's looking for the next one, and he's going to get punished for it. Blasted right off the spawn. And even if he gets away with his life, he's not going to get away with the Mega.
Now Hoyt playing a little bit sneaky, a little bit quiet. Doesn't want to engage directly here. And that red armor is going to go easily to Necro, who has the stack to boot already. Now Hoyt will have to find a way to claw back into this fight. He does not want to engage, but he must. He's in a terrible position, stuck in the slow. Hits a great direct rocket, which could give him a chance, but doesn't look like it. Necro should be able to take the win in this fight, but it's very close. Necro with just a few HP left. Luckily for him, he's got that mega health to fall back onto, and now we'll continue this momentum. 3-0 lead here for Necro, and he's got high ground control. He's got map control, Jahar.
Yeah, that was the worst time to take a death there, just because Necro could recover so quickly and cut him off from the red armor. So Necro's right back in pole position here. Hoyt kind of scrounging with what he's got. That was the first time we saw a fight happen at the yellow, but now that it's happened, Necro has got his number. The damage is coming out. Necro backing off here just to see if Hoyt goes down for the Mega. Hoyt is so low, but Necro doesn't want to let this red armor slip away. It's going to give the potential for Hoyt to recover back here at the blue. He's going to be able to snag that Mega as well as a yellow, presumably. So yeah, they're going to be stacked back up somewhat evenly, but Necro's got the high ground. We all know what that means. Oof. Slim miss there. As the red's coming back. I don't know if Hoyt's managed to get a single pickup of the red armor.
Well, actually that slow was super critical there. Because Hoyt had the stack advantage, could have denied that red armor, but I believe it was primarily that slow that he didn't want to risk going straight through. And right under Hoyt's nose. Necro sneaks away that mega health, so even though Hoyt had a big stack advantage going into these last two major power-ups, he wasn't able to capitalize on it. Great stuff from Necro to kind of outsmart his opponent.
And I know that Hoyt smelled blood when he saw Necro going up the jump pad, but it was a disappointing amount of damage for as much walking back as he had to do afterwards. But Necro, even with all the stack in the world, is not going that aggressive on Hoyt here. He wants to open it up with the rail first. He's gotten the hit. He's feeling good about the shot now. He's looking to close things off, but Hoyt's escaped back through the teleporter, making his way over towards the red armor. Could Necro catch him there with the rail? Hoyt's not willing to jump over. This is probably my favorite atrium because you can jump to the red, but of course it puts you in the air. It's risky, and going around the long way, well, it's longer. And that's not always a good thing.
I think one thing that's actually pretty surprising about Necro is just how well he's using those Weevils. Those slows have actually been super clutch time and time again. And he's throwing them in the perfect place at the perfect time. I think that just goes to show you he's got the game sense already in Diabolical. He knows what to do.
Absolutely. And even with only a 3-frag lead, Necro's not looking too concerned about just getting frag after frag. He wants to maintain this dominant control. Even with Hoyt getting away with that Mega, I think he picked up the Mega after the rocket hit, so he's still feeling pretty good about his overall stack. But Necro's making it so very difficult for Hoyt to even show up for this red. He pops his head in, almost regrets it. He's got to head back out, but now it's like, where do I go? What do I do? I've got yellow, I've got the Mega. What I don't have is an angle on Necro.
Oh, once again, Hoyt's options have been shut down by this slow bubble. He has to engage. He couldn't. Wow.
Well, you say that, and then a rocket like that connects. And now, this time now that he wants a Mega, he might not get it. He's got Necro back on the jump pad, and Necro's able to take away the 50, take away the red. I was just thinking, like, how powerful is that 50 really? Well, pretty good if you can escape up the jump pad, not worry about the LG damage, and still get back up to 100 health. But nice rocket jump just to get in front of Hoyt, and he manages to nab him with the mid-air rocket. I was thinking, oh, it's a shame he made that rocket jump and didn't get the yellow, but he made up with it with the damage, made up with it with the frag, and this is just piling on now as Necro's going on a run.
Yeah, Necro looking very, very strong, and it's been neck and neck. I mean, it's felt tight, it's felt tense, but still, Necro has just been one step ahead of his opponent, using those Weebles to the best effect that I've ever seen so far in Diabolical. I know we've only been casting for 2 days, but those Weebles are making a huge difference.
And Necro's using it to block off access to the red. Not that Hoyt's really that eager to show up there anyway, but yeah, I mean, Hoyt's the one who's got to change something here. He's getting battered between blue armor and yellow armor, and sometimes getting away with the Mega if he asks very nicely and politely, but not every time. Sometimes Necro says no.
Oh man, Necro's just bullying Hoyt. Where can you go in that situation?
Well, now that Hoyt's got a bit of armor and a bit of Mega, he's actually showing up at the red for the first time. Could this be Hoyt getting on the board? But no, he's backing off. He's out of armor. He's still got a little bit of health left over, but now Necro's going to be looking for this yellow. I think the yellow was taken fairly... Okay, yeah, it's not going to be there right away. Necro still gets some damage off, but Hoyt gets the armor. Necro's got to back off. The fact that Necro didn't take any damage there at all is somewhat amazing. But now, this next red armor, I fear, is going to go right back into Necro's hands.
On the other hand, Mega Health goes into Hoyt's hands, so we're actually in a relatively even situation. Hoyt with the high ground. Necro, will he rocket jump up there? Oh, Necro, again, putting the slow in a crucial spot.
Ooh. Looking for it, not going to get it. Hoyt's already got plenty of health here. He can, like, bait out this Mega a little bit and see if Necro wants to go for it. But it's going to be another fight here on the red. And Hoyt is doing all the damage. He's backing off. He's got the stack advantage. He's looking for a better angle, but all it's really doing is opening up rail opportunities from Necro, who's now wanting to finish things off with the LG. It's going to be a hard-won fight, but at the end of it, he's going to have Mega. Blue should be back up. Red won't be long after.
All right, Jahar, we're almost into the golden frag situation where it's only going to be one more frag needed for Necro in just about 20 seconds. And what kind of chance does Hoyt even have? He's never been able to wrest control of the map consistently. Necro continuing to just close down his options. I mean, just look at how smart he's positioning himself every single time in a way that Hoyt has to cross his path. I think it also comes down to the map as well. You know, this map definitely seems like a little bit less opportunities to escape your opponent when they are in a good position.
It's funny you say that, because what's been happening with Hoyt is the 3 times he's shown up at the red, he's actually done really good damage, but he's run away at that critical point, and this is where Necro smells the blood, tastes the blood, goes in for it, and finishes off Hoyt in the first map.
It's so weird, Jahar, because that's a 7-0 scoreline, and that sounds utterly and completely dominant, but it still felt relatively tight for Hoyt throughout most of that game. So really, maybe this is Necro's map, and because of the closer corridors, he was really able to use those Weebles to great effect, maintain high ground position time and time again. So we'll see, moving into the second map, either Dunia or Bioplant. I think that there's more escape options, which could give Hoyt a better chance.
I think some close range fights for Hoyt, where he doesn't really have the ability to get away once he's stuck in it, could actually work out well for him. It is going to be Bioplant. Because, oh yeah, there's
finally got it,
I get it. I understand. There's like
it
green stuff in it. Yeah. I understand. Very clever. I'm not. But here we go. It's going to be map 2. And I think this could possibly go well for Hoyt. The thing that will be the best for Necro will just be doing what he did in the last map, keeping the high ground, keeping the height advantage, and again, making good use of these Wii balls.
Oh my goodness.
Making okay use of those Wii balls. Yeah.
So the rail has come in clutch early in this map for Necro, and it's going to solidify him a kill here, although not left with a ton of HP. And here comes the Mega Health. Will be spawning in just a second here. Will Hoyt actually try and fight for it? He's in a position to do so. He's actually got the position advantage. Not the stack advantage, though. It's relatively even here. Will be able to sneak away that Mega Health, and Necro now on the back foot somewhat, but a rail will actually equalize things, so Necro now will be able to rotate to that red armor.
Yeah, and he's going to be making sure Hoyt's not going to get anywhere near it. He's waiting for a little bit, though, putting some spin on it, some delay, letting us admire the armor model. Not bad, not bad.
Jahar, do you think he's delaying that red armor so that the red and the Mega kind of spawn nearer to the same time? And so, or why do you think he's delaying it there?
There is a critical path where you can get from the red to the Mega very quickly, as long as you're not interrupted in the meanwhile. But Hoyt's actually got the Mega here. He's taking a lot of damage, though, getting stuck on the safety rails, which is somewhat ironic. But here we have it. Necro now up by 2. And Hoyt wants this armor, but yeah, there's where that delay's coming in. Hoyt was all in on an armor that wasn't even there.
Yeah, that was great stuff from Necro to pull it away from him right at the last possible second, and it's going to be a self-kill as well as a kill on Necro. Still a very tight match, though. Hoyt has a chance to equalize this yet. Just 2 minutes expired, and
we're living in a far distant future where robots can self-terminate. But Necro, he's got rails and rockets. He's got angles, but not exactly the hits. Yeah, it's cute, Necro, like what you're doing. It's really nice, but you need to make some connection here. Still 3 up. He hasn't managed to take away much stack since the last frag, however. And that's where, especially in this angle, it could go poorly. He's checking for red. It's there. I wonder if Hoyt's even got recalibrated on the new timing. Yes, he has, and he's got Necro red like a book, like a pamphlet, thrown away as he finally gets on the board. 1-3.
And Hoyt now, for the first time in this match, has a good amount of momentum. He should be able to control the Mega Health here as well, but no, he wants to go aggressive. Will it pay off? He's actually very low on HP now. Oh, drips into the lava. And Hoyt is going to probably allow, well, Mega Health's up. Hoyt going for it.
Probably one of the most interesting things about the map is that the 50 and the yellow are kind of by themselves in this room, which means if your opponent is weakened, you know they are after a frag, then you have a pretty good guess on which way they're heading, which means you have to really deliberate on whether that's the best idea. But Hoyt trying to go in a little bit more aggressively, more than he did in the last map, just to keep Necro off the red armor. It's going to give him the pickup. and give him a pretty good idea on how to cut off Necro. We're going to be trading rails. 50 up. Yellow about to be up, but Necro's not going for it. And Necro needs something. He is weak.
Necro now has commanding advantage over the item spawns. Hoyt. Necro cannot compete for this red armor, so 190, 190 for Hoyt. Now he just needs to find Necro out of position, and Necro, of course, throwing down the slow, but it's going to be a quick kill.
Perfect
Hoyt now
LG
only
there
one
as
frag
well.
behind.
Got to do a little bit more self-damage to take away that yellow. It's worth it, though. Yep, keeping things away from Necro is going to be the name of the game, as Hoyt just needs one more frag. He's already broken the armor. Necro's in dire straits. He's going to be begging for a lot of damage from that hammer, but no stopping Hoyt here. He's going to be tying it back up 3-3. However, he's down at 33 health. Necro's feeling like nothing can stop him from getting that mega, and indeed from that rocket, Necro's looking to get that frag right on back. But this defensive damage out of Hoyt is going to do it. 3 HP, and he's taken the lead.
Wow. So while Hoyt does collect the frags there, Necro made those two fights so much closer than they should have been. I mean, remember, Hoyt was 190, 190 in that fight, and it's actually looking like Necro might be able to take the advantage away from Hoyt, regardless of the fact that Hoyt had such a huge stack advantage going into that fight.
And the amount of just instant damage coming out of Hoyt there. He's going to be right back into the yellow armor. Necro's going to have mega. A little bit of that knocked off. Hoyt doesn't have timing on it. So he's going to be staying on kind of the safe side of the map for the moment. But these rail angles could change that decision tree very quickly. Here comes the LG. It's going to be both of them going weak. And this time, compared to the last map, again, Hoyt is actually finishing fights. Why wasn't he doing that before?
I mean, he's finishing them with 20 HP. These could go either direction. They're absolutely on a razor's edge every single time. And that makes me feel that while Hoyt has the frag advantage, Necro is just one pixel away every single time from getting the frag. Still anyone's game and just one frag between the two players.
And one thing that'll differentiate maps is how easy it is to recover once you take a risky frag. You know, the 15 health dropped by your opponent on death is certainly helpful. You've got the 50 in yellow in one room, as I've mentioned. Other than that, and the mega, there's actually kind of sparing amounts of health throughout this map. So you're absolutely right. You have to kind of take into account, you know, what's safe for me to take. How much is it worth going all in on this frag if I know I can't take the next one? All right, but Necro going real quiet, and that's earning him a lot of armor. But he heard Hoyt coming through the smoke, didn't see him. Hoyt still got this monster stack here, but Necro's trading it with the armor. He doesn't even have a rail here. He's got to be
on one end, Necro's playing silent, playing sneaky. On the other one, Hoyt is just moving across the map, looking for the frag. He's got a very slight advantage, not major. Does not have positioning, though. Will take the high ground.
Kudos for having water sounds. Missed that. That's a good thing to have. I love this little corner. He's trying to sneak a rocket through the pixels. Not going to go his way, but Hoyt is going to be taking a lot of LG and a rail for his trouble. Nice use of the slow bubble to try to keep Necro off his back, but Necro might be all in with the rails and with the LG. There it is. Necro tying things back up 5-5.
And if you're just joining us, my name is Fishsticks, joined here by Jahar. It's currently 5-5 in this very, very tight duel between two of the best players in the game right now. We're in the top 16 in the winners quarterfinals. So the winner of this will be moving on to the semis and probably going to be in a great position to take the entire tournament. Hoyt now has eked out another advantage, stack-wise, as well as up a frag, but a great rocket to open things up for Necro.
But that said, it's going to be some death from above from Necro. These rockets are really softening up the benefit of that armor quickly. And Hoyt's on the chase here. It's actually a little bit of a different route for him as he's looking for the yellow. He's going to get it. Is Necro going to make the read and keep him in this room, especially if Hoyt has trouble getting up the wall? Oh, nice initial rail. And you can see Hoyt immediately going like, was this a good idea?
Hoyt has the slow weeble. You can't stop him when he's got this thing.
Yeah.
Or Necro. Yeah, whatever.
I like this, though, Hoyt having to go a little bit more defensive, and he made good use of that in the last map. It was rough going, but he was able to at least deny frags whenever he needed to. And right now, he absolutely does need to. Necro's going to have plenty of armor. Hoyt just needs to make it a problem for Necro to punish any of these corners. Nice little bit of lip damage on that last rocket, but Hoyt cannot finish this with rockets. He needs LG, he needs rails, and he's going to be able to bully him off of that red.
All right, now definitely on the back foot. Necro has no stack to work with, and he's fragged out.
Perfect shot. And those are the kind of reads I want to see more of in this map, is how important that yellow armor room is to recovering and how baitable it is. So if you can get there quickly, you can certainly make good on it. So Hoyt now a couple frags up, wanting to push this into a tiebreaker, but he's got a few more minutes to kind of bide his time.
Hoyt's a man on a mission. You can see the confidence in his play moving forward, but uh-oh.
Confidence is good, hits are better.
Yeah.
As Hoyt manages to get one out in the clutch. Oh, dangerous door, yep. Turning away from the rail before it even connects. Because you just know it's going to hit.
It's like walking away from an explosion.
Yeah, cool guys don't look at explosions. I guess arsons do. Nice, yeah, where are you going to go? Where is he going to go? Oh, is this going to be taking all this damage? Yeah, it's just not wanting to peek these angles. Hoyt has, like, just evolved over the course of this one match, it feels like.
Yes.
A little bit floundery at the beginning of this, where Necro was really the one making all the core decisions, and now Hoyt is locking down corner after corner.
Yeah, this is absolutely dominant by Hoyt now. He's shifted the momentum into his favor and hasn't let Necro breathe.
Necro says,
miss a rail, please. Indeed.
Please.
There you go. Just for you. I missed this one.
Down to 60 with those rails, but golden frag time for Hoyt. He's ready to get this into a third map.
So, by the way, we're seeing in chat that Hoyt is actually from Reflex, which is interesting. Reflex, one of the lesser-known arena FPS games, and taking his skill to a brand new playing field. This is what I love about new FPS titles, is just seeing who's going to be the best. Is it going to be the Quake guys, the UT guys? Right now, Hoyt making a great case for Reflex.
It was actually the development name for Diabolical was Reflex again.
1 minute remaining.
But we've come a long way since that. I'm sure. I mean, this is just leaps and bounds, as Hoyt is now looking for this last frag. And Necro might just want to give it to him as well, but actually, Necro's on a good chase here, but he's just not missing once again. Finally putting it together. Necro's going to get that one frag, and he's got nearly no armor. Red's not up. It's not coming up. If Necro wants to wait here for the armor, it could be bad news. Well, he's there. Hoyt could have jumped over the gap to get a quick rocket launcher, but he's wanting to punish from a distance with rails.
And here we go. This is the golden frag mechanic coming into play. Hoyt still has a 4 frag advantage, but Necro has a great chance to still win this match. Coming back from a big deficit here, this should be an easy frag, and then red armor will be his prize. So Necro now with a ton of momentum, just completely swinging things around, and Hoyt with the melee will connect once, but still no dice. And now Hoyt is in a tough position. No good weapons, no good armor or stack to work with here.
How is this going so poorly for Hoyt? He was, even at the end of the golden frag time, like, he was ready for the fight. But now Necro's pulling him off of the red again. A perfect rocket, another frag. One more will tie it up.
This is maybe the first time in this tournament that we're going to see the golden frag really make a big impact. Where the player who was up at the time expiring by a ton is now in a very poor position, but Necro actually super low, so he's super close to getting into a golden frag position himself, but he doesn't have the stack to work with. It's about even now. As the red armor does go to Necro, Mega will go to Hoyt, so Hoyt once again with the advantage. Will he press it here? Does he even know when red armor's spawning? I think he does.
That's the question, but where's Necro's hit's going to come from? He's given Hoyt a little bit more room to work with, a little bit more distance, and you can see it reflected in Hoyt's stack. He's got Mega, he's got armor. Necro doesn't really have much of anything, including LG accuracy by the look of it, as he's just got to back off, smoke himself out, and head back to the yellow armor room. But again, it's always dangerous here. Your opponent knows What you think is going to be safe is not always going to be safe. This could be it for Hoyt. There it is. Finally coming back in the swing of things and taking the second map, pushing us into a tiebreaker.
Indeed, Necro made it super close at the end. He was down 4 or 5 frags and ended up just down 2 towards the end there, but Hoyt is able to close it out, and I feel like this next map is going to be super interesting because we've gone from the very tight corridors of Bioplant. Now we're going to Outpost, which is wide open. On this map, you're going to see a lot more rails. It's a map where you're going to be moving just a lot quicker in general. You know, you can rocket jump over the middle area of this map to really retain control once you have that stack advantage. And players are going to ready up. We're going to go into game 3 between two of the best players in this game, and I have been loving this match, Jahar.
Absolutely. This has been the one to watch. I have honestly no idea how this is going to go. Things just went so poorly for Necro just because Hoyt just flipped on his hit everything button. We'll see how much more he can flick that. Today's show is brought to you by Generic Energy Drink. Go consume a generic energy drink.
I'm drinking water, Jahar.
Oh, you're such a... You've always been the more responsible of the two of us. Gonna let them know that we are good to go. Necro's good as well. Hoyt is maybe taking a moment to consider his life decisions. What has led him to this point, where he needs to go now. Well, he needs to put Necro back in the ground. Let's see what happens. Following Necro here, getting the initial pickup in the yellow armor atrium, which is a decent one. It gives you LG rockets right away, and kind of a choice on which way to go between Mega and Red. It's going to be Mega play for him because it also gives them the old PNC, which is a cool name. I love it. I can't not say rail. It's physically impossible.
The pincer.
Sure. All good names. I just can't say them. Just can't do it. But initial fight's going off here. Necro gave himself an out with the smoke, but he needs to listen on which way Hoyt's going for. Like, did he actually go through the TP or not? In the meantime, Necro taking a lot of damage. Stuck down below. Shot through the heart. Not sure if it's too late for Necro here. Oh, these rockets are going to be so unfortunate. As Necro's like, fine, I didn't want to hit you anyway. Trying to defend it with this plasma. It's not going to be enough as the first frag goes to Hoyt.
And Hoyt has a good sense of where his opponent is here, so can he actually catch him out, though? That's the question. On this map, there are a lot of ways to escape, even when you're down and out in terms of stack, and there will be meeting each other at the top of the map, but Necro still has managed to escape.
And with this play from down below, Hoyt's keeping his 100-100 stack. Looking for a red.
Wow,
He's going to be finding Necro
away
there.
That red.
You can't always use your opponent to find out when items are going to be popping. Sometimes that just robs you of an opportunity to go get a free Mega. But here he's getting some good rocket damage off. Two shit rockets, one okay rocket. It evens out. Nice.
Ooh,
bit of
trading
a
rails.
telegraph rail. But that could give Hoyt the ability, yep, to grab this red. Perfect rocket jump. Holy crap.
Sailing through the air.
Yeah, and yeah, you could use the explosive weave like you do in Weebo and combine rocket and weave jumps.
Oof.
I'm finally going to have to say it. I have to admit, the weaves were a good idea. I wasn't like hot on them before. I didn't think they sucked. I was like, okay, this is neat. I don't know how much they matter, but I'm really kind of growing on it.
Yeah, I think the only thing for me right now is that, well, let's commentate this match a little bit. It looks like Necro will be able to take the blaster kill here, and still a frag to work, or a stack to work with.
And he's getting some really good damage off this LG, taking it in return with the rockets. Hoyt's going to take that frag back, but he's only at 80 HP. Needs some armor. Needs to get up top, but a perfect rock from Necro says, nope, no red armor for you.
I feel like we need to just morph into Mexican football commentators because this match is happening so fast.
Yeah.
Everything is just going down in a split second, and it's really hard to call the action between these two players. I mean, it's been sick so far. Hope you guys are able to follow along on stream.
Yeah, we got a few frames to you know, for everybody's viewing pleasure. Another good rocket there to at least punish the red armor pickup. That's a tough jump pad, though, a tough corner to get stuck in. Necro's in the right place. Looking for that last little bit of LG to get the job done, and there it is. Finally taking the lead, 4-3. Catching Hoyt with the rail off the back. That's what it's going to go for.
This
that
game
armor.
is insane.
Yes.
It's currently 4-3, just absolutely neck and neck, and the pace that these players are playing at is utterly breakneck. Necro with yet another nice string there. Hoyt in a very poor position, low armor, low health, and Necro has just everything to his name now. So while Necro's only up 1 frag, he has an opportunity to pad his score here heavily. Continuing to deny armors, continuing to deny health, and he will catch Hoyt out here. There's no possible way that Hoyt could possibly fight back, right, Jahar?
Yeah, that's it. That's going to be Necro taking a very solid frag, and that should put him in a good stance to loop through the items once again. And one of the things we're going to be seeing as these games go on and as practices go on is, yeah, you can get away from fights, but some of the rocket jumps and some of the weave jumps mean that if you know the angle, you can deny that escape very effectively. And that's what's been happening here time and time again. That fight was a little bit messier, but Necro made good on it.
And now the game is starting to run away here for Necro. And Hoyt hasn't been able to find any real traction in these last couple of engagements. Mega health will be spawning. And actually Hoyt there, that's exactly what he needed.
Maybe
2 great
get that
rockets.
50 Necro. Maybe get that. Yeah, that's a good help. Yeah. Like, he doesn't have a whole lot of armor either. He's going to have the height advantage with these rockets, making good use of the pull. Good LG as well, and Hoyt actually dropped down a little bit early there. But Necros is still going to have to back off. Nice. You can hear how weak
both players just daring the other one to go for that armor.
Oh. Punished rocket jump as Necro with 58 health and not a whole lot else is still in this
fight. No LG left.
Oh, the safety rail! That might be the most disappointing thing I've seen all day. Oh, God. That breaks your heart. Safety rails aren't safe in Quake, or Quake likes. It's not. That was counterproductive. Sorry.
Love your enthusiasm, Jar. Hoyt still on the back foot, though. It's a little bit more even now. And now very much more even as he's collected the Mega. Will be in a position to contest this next red armor as it spawns. And it will be a fight. It will be a brawl. Hoyt still with great positioning.
Oh. He's got a few rockets to work with here. He's got the height advantage and tries to fade away with the rail. Not going to connect. 60 health. Is that enough for this fight? Hoyt's making a tough decision, but Necro's got the rails in the clutch. 42 health left. He's got to recover. Red's here. Hoyt might be cutting off everything else from him. There's 50 health down in the next atrium. I don't hear Hoyt. Neither does Necro. He's not feeling safe enough to drop just yet, though. That damn rail. Oh, thanks for the boost, buddy.
Drag rocket.
Hey. That's helpful, as Necro's going to be doing the bulk of that damage and getting away with probably more than he deserved. Hoyt's going to get that red, but he's putting himself back in the corner. Figures out a little bit late, like, I don't want to be back here. I need to go the other direction. And manages to escape.
Oh, railed in the ass. Hoyt finally had some momentum, and it's going to be tempered a little bit here as Necro donning the superior stack in this next fight and superior positioning as well.
Nice, yeah, they're going to be fairly equal on the stack, but this opening LG from Necros is going to just destroy Hoyt, at least until the Mega takes effect. It's going to make it kind of a moot point for Necro, because he's got to do a little bit of recovery himself. Usually the yellow would be the main candidate there. It's going to be down at the moment. Hoyt's still looking for the red. Nice rails coming out of Hoyt, keeping Necro on his back foot.
Yeah, perfect play there for Hoyt. Hitting 2 rails in a row, collecting the red as well. Now, Necro must run, must hide, must bide his time, and look for an opportunity to sneak away this Mega health. Will he do it? Hoyt has to know it's here. Hoyt knows it's here. It's going to be the LG on LG, and who's going to come out on top? How does Hoyt not win this one? Necro with the superior aim, just hitting more shots.
Well, that's going to keep him in the lead here at 8-3. A little bit of time to go for Hoyt, and I got to say my heart is breaking just a little bit with just how much in the zone he was in the last map. Here he's having a little bit of trouble breaking into Necro's into his brain. But Red's coming back up, and Necros is sitting on it. He thinks it's Easter already. But he's going to get the pickup, no punishment. Mega's there at all, and Necro's like, this is a trap, surely. I don't get 2 items for free with absolutely 0 effort. Well, didn't take much effort after all, and Hoyt is just getting nothing out of this. Not even the yellow. Jeez. Complete and utter domination from Necro.
And not a lot of time left either for Hoyt to make a comeback. He's got to start mounting it now. And that's not the way to do it. Hoyt taking way too much damage with the LG, but actually, oh, it's a bit of a misplay there by Necro. He got stuck on the jump pad, making it really, really easy to his LGs. A lot easier to hit when you're on a predictable jump pad, but Hoyt can't keep it going.
All right,
Hoyt feeling a little bit tilted there.
Golden frag. As armor's going to be pretty light for Necro here. Coming up this jump pad, which thankfully is guarded a little bit, has a little bit of safety. Is this really worth the fight? Hoyt's taking damage. He's got armor. He's trying to pop back out of there, back through the teleporter. Puts himself in the rail, and it actually works out well for him. And that was actually, it wasn't only a self-terminate, it was a hammer to a self-terminate. So, go Hoyt. I mean, this could be a little bit of a, no, it's not going to be comeback. No, sorry. Sorry.
We are so close
False
to the
alarm.
golden frag here. This could be the end of the game if Necro can manage to take a frag in 10 seconds. We're into golden frag territory.
Nice.
Oh no.
Good initial
We're
hit.
in golden frag and Hoyt's in a bad position.
Yeah, this isn't awesome for him. He's got to get that yellow and get out of
2
there.
rails in a row.
Or
Are
maybe
you
don't
kidding
even
me?
get the yellow, just leave it. Necro's wanted to go mid, find out which way he's going to go, either towards Red or Mega. Made the right read. Caught him with the rocket. 2 rockets down, 2 maps, and that is going to be Necro moving forward into the upper bracket semifinals.
Super exciting game there, especially on that last map. I really, really enjoyed what we saw out of both players. And you do got to feel a little bit bad for Hoyt, though. You saw moments of brilliance out of this guy, and then moments of not so brilliance as he's a little bit he's telling us in chat, you know, he's feeling a little bit tilted in that match.
Yeah.
But in the end, really amazing out of Necro.